Good morning, property leaders. Today is Wednesday, and I am former United States Army Sergeant Anthony Russell. I'm answering questions from Facebook on real estate, rental properties, and landlording. Today's question comes from Steven. Steven says he's a new manager, and he just finalized his first eviction, and now it's time for cleanup. He's got a really nasty-looking photo here. He says, "This is just the start. I can't see the floor, and I'm not deterred. Just a bump on the road. Does anyone have a good checklist or process to get a unit like this back in shape?" So first things first, Stephen, good on you for not being deterred and thinking it's just a bump in the road. I have a million photos just like this from my apartments throughout the years where people have trashed it and left. There's no reason to be deterred. $100 and a guy with a trailer can clean this out in a couple hours or less. In fact, this is really not that big of a deal at all. The big deals are when somebody which I've never had this happen, but somebody pour concrete down your toilet or in your sink or whatever, that's a big deal. A unit being trashed or a couple holes in a wall or even a light not working or a sink not working, not a big deal. You can handle this stuff very quickly. I do have a checklist that I want to pass on to everyone that I do every single time. So I just want to go over that list really quick with you. The first thing on the list is to do a walkthrough and list all of the tasks that need to be done. Now, I'm talking about from you haven't done anything, the tenant has just left, to somebody else has moved in. Okay, we're going to make a list of everything. You can't stay on track and you can't get this done quickly if you don't have a good list. So I would recommend that. And that's going to include everything from getting the trash out, replacing the locks, checking the light fixtures and outlets to make sure everything still works, steam cleaning, all that nonsense, okay? Put that on your list, make a list first, then you can prioritize it. The second thing is you're gonna do your clean out of this trash and the demolition all at the same time. That way, if you have to do things like replace countertops or toilets or whatever, when you hire your guy to come remove or your girl to come remove all the trash, they can just take it all at once, okay? It saves you a little bit of money. You can also use those green dumpster bags from Lowe's and Home Depot. I forget the name of them. I forget the name of it. It's the green bags you can get from Lowe's or whatever. I use them all the time. You put them out on the tree lawn and you fill them up and then you call them and it's like $130 or whatever. And they come and haul it away for you. Okay, so clean up and demo, do it at the same time. The next thing you're gonna do is your necessary repairs. So if you gotta fix outlets or light fixtures or your faucets or whatever, this is the time to do it. Okay, get it all done. Now you're going to do your finishing touches. You're going to go patch up the holes in the walls, sand them down, paint them, do touch-ups on the ceiling paint, things like that. You want to save this to near the end. That way, if you're doing things like countertop replacements and stuff, you don't accidentally punch more holes in walls carrying stuff out after you've already done those repairs. So do this now. Okay, this is the time to do it. Once that's done, we're going to do steam cleaning and vacuuming and get the unit ready to show. Okay, that's important that you make this a step of its own. Walk into the apartment fresh. Make sure all the windows are clean. Make sure the refrigerator's cleaned out. The stove is cleaned. Make sure you have a steam cleaner, a professional steam cleaner go through there. I have a guy that I've been working with for 10 years, basically the entire time I've been running my business, over 10 years. He has been my steam clean guy and he does a great job. He's like $100, around $100 depending on the unit size. And he goes in and he has a big professional machine. He goes through and he works miracles. Find a good steam cleaning person and hang on to him. Once that is done and your unit is ready to rent, you're going to list, show, and rent it. It's pretty straightforward. I try not to go into showings with anything that needs done, because if you go into a showing with something that needs done, it could really sabotage you. Especially if you use the open house model for showing an apartment. I do that quite a bit with some of our units. I'll have everybody show up at once. If you have everybody show up at once and one person finds something wrong, like a broken window or water damage or something, it's going to sabotage your entire showing. So make sure before you list and show it, the unit is ready to rent, okay? Or that, 99.999% of the stuff is done. Or anything that isn't done, you can easily explain away. Make sure you have something that you're going to say, like, hey, I'm going to fix this, or I have this schedule that's going to get fixed tomorrow or before the person moves in or whatever. Make sure, okay? And then the final step after you have rented it, So you have leased the unit, but the person has not moved in. You're going to do a final walkthrough. I don't know why people don't do this. Do a final walkthrough. Make sure the keys work. Make sure the keys are in a lockbox or something on the door so the tenant can access it on day one, or the night before they can go grab the keys. Make sure that the tenant puts the utilities in their name before they get the keys. Please do this. I have a great story about this. I will save for another video, but rest assured, make sure to put the tenant's utilities in their name before they move in. That's an important key to all of this before they get the key. Okay. Once that's all done, the tenant is ready to move in. You have gone from this trash photo to a new person moving in. This process can be as fast or as slow as you want it to be. Usually when I have something that looks like this, it's a 30-day turnaround for me. The tenant will move out and I will take possession of the unit on the second or third day of the month, something like that. And within the first week, I have, the trash clean out done. The second week, I'm doing my repairs. The third week, we're doing touch-ups. The fourth week, we're doing, listings and showings and stuff. And then by the fourth week, the end of the fourth week, I like to get it leased. And depending on the person that's leasing its timetable, either they'll move in on the following first, or you'll get another, one more month of vacancy. So keep that in mind, that with something like this, you could have anywhere from 30 to 60 days of vacancy. One thing I would encourage you to do is to move quickly with it, though. Don't waste time, okay? Just get in there, get the work done, get it back up on the market. The longer you drag this out, the more of a loss you're going to take, okay? Great question, Stephen. If you'd like, reach out to me on Facebook and I will get you a free copy of my book, Leadership for Landlords. For the rest of you, my book is available on Amazon in paperback and ebook, and it is almost done. I will have an audiobook available for you soon. All right, property leaders, get out on their patrol, get into those properties, find something to fix, huh?